here.
I'm still here. We're back.
I just saw you last night. How have you been? How have you been?
Oh my gosh. And you're all back. Hello, everybody.
Yay, yes. All of you
All
guys that
right.
are here watching, we love you more than we love each other.
Well, as you're jumping on, as you've been doing for 7 whole days now, comment live if you're watching live, comment replay if you're watching the replay. And why don't you share in the comments something new that you've learned since you joined this mega party? Maybe a new style tip or something new about Park Lane. Maybe you're here to learn something new about Park Lane right now. So tell us something new that you learned about style, about jewelry, about Park Lane, something new in the comments, and tag your stylist. We love to know what we shared that actually impacts you, because we do put a lot of time and thought into all of our presentations, which I'm sure you can tell from the presentations we've had, right? Haven't the speakers been absolutely fantastic?
Yeah, to work with that level of talent, to have that many amazing creative people. I just saw in an article the other day that, I think I said this last night too, that you're supposed to use your creativity in some way every day. And it's like, that's really easy to do when you're with Park Lane. But yeah, everyone did a fantastic job.
And so cool. There's some of our speakers have been doing this for 20 plus years.
Oh, yeah.
And some of our speakers have only joined at the like Jamie joined at the holidays, just
Yeah.
at the holidays. Like there's people who've only been here a year or half the year, or so it's really amazing how you can be successful in this in any length of time, especially if you lean in
Yes.
and just try the things that we share and
Yes. And
use what's
especially like you
available.
always say it, Michelle, success is what you want out of it. Some people want it for a reason, like a standard, I need $300, boom. And some people want it for a season, like it's summer, I'm a teacher, I'm off. And some people like me, we think we want it for just a reason, and then we see what else can unfold through it, and we're like, ooh, I'm staying and I'm doing more.
I'm never leaving this place.
Yeah, exactly. But I do want to start just because I think it's one of the most important things that Park Lane brings to the table is the fact that with Park Lane Truly, like we don't have minimums. You can do this as little or as much as you want. And once you obtain a certain title or something, like that will always be your title. So like Michelle's a company vice president. Michelle could take a year off and come back to Park Lane and she would still be a company vice president. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're lucky. If you've ever worked for any other direct sales company, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's always a certain pressure month to month to do a certain amount in order to keep your job or keep active or keep your title. And we don't have any of that here at Park Lane. So I wanted to start with that because I think it's a game changer, don't you, Michelle? I think it's a game changer.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
As someone who came from another company who battled back for my title twice, for circumstances that were really not of my own, it really was something that was super impactful to me on my interview with the home office. When they explained that, I said, well, already we're doing pretty good here.
Yeah, no, I go, because we do this for a fun side gig, most of us originally, right? I mean, obviously, Michelle and I take it more serious. Well, I don't know how serious we take it, but obviously, but we've been in it for the long haul and found out it was so great. But you don't need extra stress and pressure, that nobody signed up for that. We don't need more people telling me what I have to do every month. So yeah, that's a very freeing thing. And it's also one of the first questions I usually get, isn't it for you? Like, what do I have to do? And I'm always like, honestly, you don't have to do anything. If you choose to do some things, you're going to get paid and you're going to get extra perks. And we're going to talk about some of those in just a second.
Yeah, so tonight we thought we would do something a little different and super fun. And just so that you know, the Prize Patrol is here tonight for those that are watching live. So listen for a knock on your door. No, look for a response to you in the comments over these next 20 minutes or so, because what we're going to do is we are going to share a letter of the alphabet. We're going to say a letter. And in the comments, you're going to put something that you think is fantastic about Park Lane that starts with that letter. And if
Yes.
you're brand new and this is like the first thing you're attending in the mega party, just take a guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to take you through all the things to let you know that Park Lane is the right spot for you. We know it's the right spot for us. We hope you'll find that it's the right spot for you, whether that is here as a stylist or here as a customer. So, are we ready to play, everybody?
Ready to hit the spot.
Get your fingers ready to answer, and the prize patrol will be putting responses back. But our first letter, tell us something you think that's amazing about Park Lane that starts with the letter S. S.
Do, 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 do. I'm always with my little grandchildren. Yes. Okay, I gave them a few minutes to write. I gave them some seconds anyway, to write some answers in there so our prize patrol, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me, can be choosing some winners. But
all right,
I'm going to go ahead and
Grace, tell them the answer to letter S.
Yes, I'm going to say it from my vantage point. I would have to say that the number one thing that comes to my mind that is a huge perk from which bunches of other perks come is our customer sale, S-A-L-E. Honestly, you guys know, as being part of the mega party, the beauty of the sale, how wonderful it is. But I want to tell you about it a little bit from our vantage point, because as representatives, first of all, people love a sale. Girls, guys love a sale. Okay. Also, our sale is so easy. Buy 2 for regular, get 4 for half. It's very easy to repeat, and girls love to share and repeat a sale. So they'll go out and tell others. Okay. One of the number one reasons that people want to have get togethers in today's world in the direct sales space is because they want to share a deal with their friends. So look at what a wonderful sale and deal we have. Okay. Another thing, our sale, buy 2 for regular, get 4 for half. What it does is it makes our customers be absolutely thrilled with the value that they're getting. And yet they're not getting, normally they can, but normally when they take advantage of it, they're getting 6 or 7, 8 pieces instead of just one. And that is so awesome from our vantage point, you guys, because people wear our product. And do we want them wearing a little bit of our product, or do we want them wearing different ones every single day, right? So we love that. The other reason, if I can be mercenary just for a minute, most of us start a job like this or any side gig for money. That's definitely something we want to get paid for, right? Well, what's so cool is our average order here in Park Lane is over $100. Our customer is thrilled with what they got for the over $100, but quite honestly, we're thrilled that every order is $100 practically, because we get paid a percentage of what people buy. So, I've heard of like $5 jewelry, and people are like, that would be so easy to sell. I'm like, maybe it would, but how much would you have to sell, in order for you to get any kind of nice profit out of that? How long does it last? All that good stuff. So I love with Park Lane that they've come up with the perfect formula with our sale that has the customer happy, has the hostess absolutely thrilled that she invited her friends and shared this sale, and that we as the representatives who make a percentage or gain profit based on what people buy, we are over the moon over what the average sale is, or what the average order amount is. Did you have anything to add to that, Michelle?
Well, I just remember when I was on my interview with Park Lane, because as someone who came in with direct appoint, I did have an interview with the home office where they explain the programs to you to come in as a leader. And when Kathy was explaining the sale to me, in my head, my brain was rapid firing, saying to myself, this customer program sounds almost as good as like a hostess plan.
Yes.
So people must buy a ton of this, because
Yes.
there was no way I was going to leave the company I was at for something I wasn't sure if people would even buy it.
Right.
And once I saw the sale, plus how beautiful it was, because of course there was jewelry on the interview, so I could see the jewelry, and then I could and then thinking through the sale, I said, well, clearly this is a slam dunk. Like, people are buying this. There's no way they're getting a beautiful product and on an incredible deal. And one thing I know is that, like you said, Women love to tell their friends about a great deal. We do it all the time. We do it from the grocery store. We do it from a department store. We do it from all kinds of shopping environments. Why wouldn't they do it with the jewelry?
Yeah, it like bursts. It's almost like it's inside of us trying to burst out. Like if I have no one to tell about a sale I see somewhere, I might have to like run to the next aisle and go, "Did you see this?"
My parents came over yesterday and my mom was like, "I brought you peaches from Ivorone. They were on sale and they're so juicy. You have to go get some." And she tells me all about the peaches on sale at Ivorone. If we could do it for peaches, we can do it for bracelets, everybody.
I have to laugh too because so many people make cute comments about your accent on our live from last night. And when you do your mom, you even go more New York.
Because my mom's accent is over the top insane. You have to get these peaches, Michelle. You have no idea. So juicy. Oh my God.
Yeah. I love it. Well, you have to know about our sale here at Park Lane. Talk about juicy. Oh my God. All right, we're spelling out spot. All right. P. Aren't I a good speller?
So put it to
okay,
the
audience. In the comments, something that you think P has to do with Park Lane. Oh, you could just put Park Lane. But what does P, how does the letter P associate with Park Lane? Let's give you a few seconds to put in some bright and wonderful ideas. And even if they're really ridiculous ideas, our prize patrol is watching and they're still going to reward somebody, more than one probably, for participating. And it's not P for participation. What do you think of, Michelle, when you hear the word P for Park Lane?
The immediate answer, and we already kind of started touching on it back on S, but P is party, because it is incredible that Park Lane is a party plan. And we are probably the strongest party plan company that hangs in with party plan, right? Because
yeah, we are.
You know, when people think of a party, most think of the older thing of, which is still a thing, but stay with me, that like, you know, the women think about even the original like Tupperware parties of the 50s, right? With the crossed ankles and the Jell-O mold and let's buy plastic bowls and women having punch and having a great time. And that is how parties started in 1955 when Park Lane was brand new with Shirley, right? But look at how it's progressed in 71 years here. 71 years we've been able to still have those living room parties with the cocktails and the snacks and all kinds of things. And
not a lot of crossed ankles, though. I don't see the
probably not as many crossed ankles, not as many Jell-O molds, but definitely lots of laughter, trying on, admiring each other, complimenting each other, laughing, hugging, having a great time with friends. But it's also online events like this that we can do our parties and people getting style tips in this way. And so many of you have commented that this has been fun. So you can absolutely have fun on Facebook Live, on Zoom, in a Facebook group, in a messenger chat. You can do personal appointments where you and your two friends that you're going on a cruise with have either a Zoom consultation or an in-person consultation with your stylist and get you a bunch of jewelry for an upcoming vacation, for brides and bridesmaids, for just your new season of clothing. You lost 80 pounds on Ozempic. Let's get you looking at your new wardrobe, right? Like, let's do it. Let's do that party. And what does the party do? As we shared with the sale, it gets the hostess so much jewelry, typically $400 or more in free and discounted jewelry, having a great time with their friends. But also from our point of view as the stylist, that's how we build our business. Right. Because instead of having to go out and find every individual customer, hostesses bring us a whole circuit of friends and say, here you go. Here's all my friends and family. Please wow them with the jewelry the way you did with me when I attended Sue's party. And I hope that you love them all as much as I do. And then here we get to share all of the fun and all of the jewelry and all of the sales with all of them. And typically a couple want to have their own show as well. That's how 26 years later, my Christmas card list is not the same list as the people that have hosted parties with me, right?
Yes.
I started with a small circle of friends and family. 26 years later, we're hundreds of people removed from that original group. So
And
the
I don't
party
know.
plan is the magic of direct sales, where we're given the opportunity to give away hundreds of dollars worth of free and discounted jewelry that Park Lane pays for,
Yes,
not
that's
us.
important.
Because
Right.
if we had to pay for all of those host credits, well, then where did your commission go?
Right.
We didn't join
Right.
to pay for other people's jewelry. We joined to pay our bills.
Right.
So now
And
Park Lane pays for that. We pay our bills. I love it.
And speaking of, I don't even know if you know this about me, Michelle, you may, but when I first started direct sales, I was teaching. I know you knew that part. I spent a lot of time with kids, and I have 4 kids. I know you know that part too. So I would get home from school, and then I'd have 4 more kids here, which was great sometimes. But like the part that was hard on me is my husband was a homebody. So, and rightfully so. I'm so glad that the home that we created together, he wanted to be in it. But he would come home from work and he would just want to hang around with all of us. Well, I would come home from work and sometimes feel like I need a little bit of grown up time. Will you take me out? And it just served such a need for me because, of course, the extra money, I wanted that too. But I always felt like I'm going to a party and I'm making money while other people spend money. But in essence, we're all doing the same thing. And what you said, that was very powerful in my life because I wasn't really from this area. But the number of people that I have met that are actually like friends now, and I mean, it's unbelievable. So there's a lot of really good, like residual stuff that comes from the party and being in direct sales that's way beyond even what we get paid. So yes, P is party. Can you spell spot?
All right, so now we're ready for our next letter. Our next letter is O.
You
What's
got it.
amazing about Park Lane that starts with the letter O, in your opinion? What
I can't wait to
is-
see what they're putting.
I know that was tough. When I played this at parties, it's a tough one. But tell us something amazing that starts something amazing about Park Lane that starts with the letter O. And Mary Grace, what do you think it is?
It's as if I practiced. I think O is for the opportunity. Okay. Now, what I just shared with you about the social opportunity, that was big to me and really did make a difference in my life. And the opportunity is like you can do it for a little and just make a finite amount of money until you've achieved your goal. And seriously, what other, can you guys think of anything else that you could do that with? Honestly, you literally could be paid within a week, right? But it's so much bigger than that because the opportunities start to unfold and you realize like, oh my gosh, I could go for this and make this much more. I could go for this and make this much more. And just the fact like that David Bach, who wrote The Automatic Millionaire, I talk about this story a lot because it just makes sense to me. So he wrote The Automatic Millionaire, and all these years ago, many, many years ago, 25, 30 years ago, when he came up with this formula of how an everyday person could become a millionaire if they took a certain amount of money, and it was not a huge amount of money, it's like $300 to $500 a month, and invest it, how they could become millionaires in a very short time. The story should end there with all these people all excited and becoming millionaires, but it does not end there because what David Bach found is that almost within like every single couple or individual that he spoke to would kind of laugh and go, David, we don't have an extra $300 to $500 a month to invest. We're living paycheck to paycheck, actually beyond paycheck to paycheck. Michelle and I, neither of us is, we do not mind telling you that that's how we started our lives in direct sales, in debt. So like, not only were we not living paycheck to paycheck, but hoping for that big windfall of some sort that would get us out of debt, right? Well, what David Bach noticed is he began to tell people, well, what if you did this? What if you did this? What if you did this? Anything that he would come up with that was going to bring them that extra money per month was going to really kind of mess up the balance that they had already decided in their life. Someone else going back to work, someone working a second job, whatever, with weird hours, second shift. And he goes, that's when he discovered direct sales. And he said, it's it, you guys, it's the answer. He goes, I don't know your schedule, but you do. And any way that you choose to wear this, work this is especially at Park Lane where we don't have the minimums and quotas, is going to suit a need for you. You may have an hour a month. You may have an hour every 3 months. You know, you may have an hour a day and you'll skyrocket to the top. But you decide how much you want to work and what your financial goals are, and you immediately can have success in the direct sales space. So there is an amazing opportunity here. And a lot of people, Michelle, you'll agree with me because you're right there and I'm going to make you. No, but really, a lot of people do not understand direct sales and they say, no, talk to the hand before they're even realized, like, wait a minute. I, thank goodness, was always open to opportunity and I always wanted to hear about everything. Barbara Bush told Jenna Bush, you guys might have seen this about the Today Show. She said, take the interview. Take the interview. Always take the interview. So I hope you're taking this opportunity.
Back in the day, because I almost didn't take the Park Lane interview. In fact, I did decline it the first time. And when they called back the second time is when I went.
Yeah. Or those individuals who chose not to even watch this part of it. It's like, it's okay because it's common, but it's also like, why? Why would we not at least listen to the opportunity? And so many more opportunities can open up to you when you decide to do something like Park Lane. Tell them how they would start if they chose to do this, Michelle, if they took this opportunity.
If you're choosing to take us up on this opportunity, remember that we start right out where we work for you. Right. So the first thing that we love to do is a launch party for you, where we set up either that in-person or online event, depending on what works best. And during that party, we work for you. We are working to wow your friends and family with the jewelry, with the sale, with the deals, with all the things. We help them we do all the posts, we take all the orders. And then that party is turned over to you as a launch. You earn the commission on that party. Every party booked is your next continued business.
Yes.
Anyone who's inspired to joins under you, and now you have a team to begin. And then you receive the paycheck on that party 1 week from when it is submitted.
Yes.
So that then when that party is going in, then you have a paycheck on the way. You've purchased your kit. Your kit is $129. For that, you get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry, so that you have your kit jewelry, you have your hostess credit jewelry, you have a paycheck, and then you have every resource that is available to this whole entire team. Now you're part of that team. You get to use the boards, you get to use the Facebook groups, you get to use absolutely every single training and everything that's available as a valued member of our team.
No hidden costs. No additional hidden costs. No.
You get started. And if you wanted to order that kit today, you can. If you wanted to order the kit tomorrow, you can. And if you wanted to order the kit at the conclusion of your party, you can. Whatever works best for you.
Yes.
So that's the nitty gritty of getting started. And if that sounds amazing, make sure that you are putting that on the survey we are going to be putting shortly. There's still one more letter. Hang in there. But we are going to be posting a survey for you to complete. Let us know that you're ready so that we can either get you a kit link or set up your launch party or both.
Yeah. And, one of the favorite things that when I do this kind of call or conversation with another rep, they're like, they just love when I say, which is true, no matter what you do, you will leave Park Lane with more than you came with. So if you just decided, I'm going to get the kit, I'm going to do the show, I'm going to, first of all, $500 worth of jewelry for $129 is highway robbery to Park Lane, right? But then in addition to that, you get more free jewelry, you get the paycheck. So if it's like, I'm going to try it, I mean, there is absolutely nothing to lose. I think that is really important to point out that part of the O of the opportunity. Okay, so spot ends with T. What hits the spot, you guys? What starts with T that could have anything to do with Park Lane? And it's not Tishelle or Terry Grace. What starts with T that has to do with Park Lane? Look at the answers coming up.
And this is where we're going to rapid fire to you all about the trips and more. All of the amazing perks that we have here, because some of them are part of the programs and some of them are part of the perks. So trips, since that's our T, we'll go with that. But to earn 2 free vacations every year is absolutely wild to me. Kelly even shared on her live that you
Live.
watched with Kelly Key how it was actually one of the most critical things that made her say yes, because she loves travel so much. One time we did back to back Zurich, Greece, and Rome. And when Anthony and I got on that flight to Rome, he said, "We're going to Europe for the third time in a year and a half. And still haven't made a dime." We were actually laughing on the plane that like, this is a job perk, like so not normal that we can earn it twice.
You know, my favorite, I have to, because you guys come out with so many fun quips. I love Anthony too. But what do you call it? 1995 Zetos, or you'll go, the 1995 Zetos would never be even thinking about something like this as the 2026 Zetos can. All because of Park Lane.
Totally different. What we are able to have access to and what we can do. It's truly unbelievable. So, and we have people going on this next trip that we just finished earning to Costa Rica. And actually they even gave a little second chance with reduced requirements that ends on Wednesday. And if you join with the party you have open right now with your stylist, you may actually be part of someone earning a trip.
Oh my God, you could, yes, they would love it.
So you can change someone's life right now. But in a couple of weeks, we're finding out the next trip. And if you're joining us now, you're going to be
Wait a minute. Let's review for a minute. In August, we're going to Amsterdam.
Yep.
At the end of this week, we will have earned Costa Rica.
Right.
And then in like 10 days from now or something like that, they're going to announce the next trip.
No.
That's what we have going on in the funnel all the time.
Every time I see any of my cousins, they're like, I was with them last week and they were like, "So what's on the agenda? Where are we going?"
Yeah, where are we going? Yeah, me too.
We're going somewhere. And when I went down the list, they were like, threw their arms up.
I know. It's like, this is our life. Pinch me, pinch me. And you know, another thing that someone said, you got to say that more often, Mary Grace, is when you think about your old life before Park Lane, okay, or if I do, one of the things that you saved for was like a trip. Like you used your regular salary to save for and hope you could someday go on a trip. With Park Lane, you're getting paid this whole time for doing everything that you're doing. And then the trip is just extra. So Paul was like a numbers guy too. And he'd be like, you know, it's not even that you just earned a trip, but like we saved money because we didn't have to pay to go on a trip, right? Yeah. It's big.
Or make any of the arrangements.
Any of them, right?
We took our family somewhere a couple of years ago. And as we were like doing all of the arrangements and stuff, I was like, this is for the birds. Like I like it so much better when I just get a little form and I put my name on it. And then the next thing I do is show up to the airport. Honestly, not even sure what the name of the hotel is I'm going to.
Yes!
I just like show up.
I just flew to Minneapolis and I was waiting for the, Park Lane sign to show me where to go next. I'm like, oh, I'm on my own.
Get your own Uber. All right. Now, that's, of course, not the only extra perk and program. A lot of times people worry about buying lots of jewelry because of other companies they've tried or something they saw their friend or their sister try. And they're like, she spent so much money on auto ships or she spent so much money on buying stuff. And now it sits around in her house. Either it expired or it's out of style or whatever. And now you lost all that money. Well, fun fact, we do that show for you. We do that kit for you. That's your base jewelry. And then every single month, we have the opportunity to earn packages incrementally, a $250 package, a $300 package, and so on and so forth, to the tune of $1,100 worth of potential jewelry every single month as the base program. In addition to, convention is coming, sell this, and you'll also receive this. Oh, it's over the top month. And in addition to that, you can earn this, and this with these requirements so that there's forever a jewelry shower at your home with more jewelry coming to you. In fact, I just put this, even though this, as of the, this is coming soon, but I was like, oh, this is just so pretty. This was not even part of the normal program. It was just an extra.
No.
Some point this is coming out. When it does, all of us that earn Rich Rewards
we have it first
are ready and we have it to show.
And you're right. That's huge about the not keeping inventory. Yeah. If it was my job to keep inventory, that would not be a pretty picture. So it's just our job. Like once you have that jewelry, it's yours. It's yours to do with as you wish. Okay. If you want to resell it in a different form for 100% profit, you can. But every single month we earn up to $1,000 in free jewelry. And I don't think I've missed a month yet. So if you like put that all together, and that's another thing Paul would say, is he would say, what you also can't put a price on is how much of our gift giving is free now because of the jewelry that I earn.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. My kids were teenagers for
Yeah.
like all in, you know, in a row like that. And the amount of Sweet 16s these kids went to,
Oh,
and
yeah.
how it was so nice to always have these a beautiful, nice assortment of jewelry for them.
Yeah,
to
last second step. Yeah. I was going to say one more thing about that I thought was really important, and now it went out of my head. Yeah. Oh, and like you guys, like some people, and they don't ask, but let me tell you, we have absolutely no problem with someone being a rep for their own usage. You know, imagine if every time you bought jewelry, you also got a paycheck. Okay, so right away you're getting like a friend and family discount that way. And then we have people that are just what does Valerie call them all the time?
Ambassadors.
Ambassadors, you know, like, okay, I'm going to be a Park Lane ambassador, which means I don't know how all out I'm going to go, but I'm just going to wear the jewelry. And when people compliment me on it, I have a website. So
Right.
don't overthink all of the opportunities here for you. And we're giving you a lot of teasers so that you'll know that we don't have minimums. So we keep you engaged and keep us engaged by what we could gain or earn or win. And it's very, very fun.
And you don't wait long for those paychecks, gals, because we have weekly pay and there are so many. In fact, if you're a stylist that joined because of the weekly pay, let everyone know that in the comments, because I know of quite a few on our team, for example, that work in education, and they get paid once a month.
Yeah.
The worst I was ever paid was twice a month, not even the every other week. My first teaching job was twice a month, and my paycheck was $643.82 twice a month, which that number is insane to me, that I was making $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
Anyway, to get here, it's weekly pay. What you sell from Thursday to Wednesday is on Thursday's paycheck and Tuesday's direct deposit. And
Yeah.
off we go, off we go, off we go. So that when the month ends and you ran out of money on week 3, you know, this is a way to make sure you can kind of stabilize your finances by knowing that there's a way to have money coming in every single week.
Absolutely. So fun. And like Michelle pointed out, like things like this, like the mega party, you'll, a lot of the reps, all they had to do was work behind the scenes to help their customers, you know, and everybody else did all of the presentations and stuff. And we take turns and do different things. So there's a team of people out here helping you be successful with team resources that are covered and paid for by me, that are done by professional people that just make it a cut and paste kind of business starting tomorrow if you wanted it to.
In fact, if you're a stylist that participated in the last mega party as a customer, but now you're participating as a stylist and you have guests in here, put that in the comments too, because that's a natural progression for many people. They
Yes.
first they show up as a customer, then they become a hostess, then they join, then their friends join. Now they have a team made up of their friends, and
Yeah.
you know, and then all of a sudden, oh, the last mega party I was a customer, now I'm a stylist. The next one after that, it's like, oh, now I'm a leader, now I'm a speaker. Like, it's a natural progression of starting something new, gaining confidence,
Right.
and becoming a new person. You heard that in several of the presentations
Yeah.
that people
And
say,
then
I never
slaying it.
thought I'd work in fashion. I never was a presenter. I never was someone who knew I could bring out skills like this at this point in my life, whether it's as a new mom or as a retiree or somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So
And you
I
know,
would
I
love
do-
to see you like lean into the
Michelle?
talents that you may not even have discovered yet.
She just said T for talents too, which is so true. And another T is tax opportunities. Like this is something at my age too. Well, really all along that I had not thought of. But there's this book out there called The Idiot's Guide to Getting Rich. And the very first chapter says, open your own business. It's the fastest way to get rich in America. And they said, even if you won't make money on your business, you'll make money on your write-offs. So it's like, say tonight, your cell phone is an expense, but you join Park Lane and later tonight, it's a write-off, you know?
Right.
So that's a really big advantage of our business that people don't always think of or realize. But there are a lot of all the jewelry that you buy, right? You're buying it for your kit. It's, a write-off. There's so many different things. I'm not an accountant, but I will tell you, especially with the support people in our life, sometimes they're afraid we're just going to spend a lot of money, But when you're able to point out to them, just give me this much time and look at what some of the bennies could be, that is really, really, they love to see what they're going to save before they see what you're going to make. And you are going to make a lot, but they love to see the fact that no matter what, you're going to save. I love talking to you.
What we're putting into the comments for you is a survey. And on that survey, you're going to let us know what your thoughts are, right? So does this sound like something you want to try? Let us know on the survey so we can get with you and proceed on with the kit or the launch party or whatever stage you're at. Are you at a point where you need a more one-on-one conversation to have more questions answered? We can set that up for you. Let us know that on the survey. If you're like, oh, absolutely not, but I'm glad I came and maybe someday I'll be able to recommend a friend, then let us know on the survey, because we do have a beautiful jewelry prize for one of you that completes this week's survey. So please do complete that survey so you can be in the raffle, so we know that you were here and so that your stylist knows that you were here as well. So that's all we have for you tonight.
Thanks again, everybody. And we are a lot of fun, if we do say so ourselves, and we would love to have you join our party. and we are so happy
here in this amazing spot.
We're in the right spot.
You're in the right spot. Which role do you want at this spot? Customer or stylist? Either way, we're so glad you're here.
We sure are. Bye, everybody.
Have a great rest of your night, everybody.